Hello everyone, today we are discuss about the UGC NET paper 1 most important question. ठीक है, तो let's start. Question number 1. Swayamprabha channel 07 Kautilya is related to which of the following subject? Option number 3 was the correct answer. Economic, Commerce and Finance was the correct answer. A, C, D. Option number 3 was the correct answer. Next, question number 2. The organized bodies of information stored in the memory that bias the way new information is interpreted, stored, and recalled is known as. Option number 2 schemes was the correct answer. Next, question number 3. Which of the following are the example of the information development model? Option number 3 was the correct answer. BCE, Age Information Model. ठीक है, and C, Jeremy Barner's model, and Schuman's model. ठीक है, तो B, C and D was the correct answer. Option number 3. ठीक है. Next, question number 4. The temporary for the general knowledge and the fact about the world is as well as the memory for the rules of the logic that are used to deduce other fact is known as. Option number 2 semantic memory was the correct answer. ठीक है. Next, question number 5 में ऐसा फॉलोइंग किया हुआ है. ठीक है, domains of the teaching responsibility and component of domains. फर्स्ट में आएगा A4 planning preparation, setting the instruction outcome and instructions. B1 communicating with the students and classroom environment. C2 establishing the culture of for the learning and D professional responsibilities. D3 reflecting on teaching. So option number 2 was the correct answer. ठीक है. Next, question number 6. Which collaborative ICT tools allow the users to create the digital bulletin boards to share and gather the information? Option number 2 Padlet was the correct answer. Next, question number 7. Which of the following are the component of pedagogical analysis of teaching and learning? Option number 3 A, B, C, D was the correct answer. Objective formulation, selection of the teaching method and material, and content analysis, and selection of the evaluation device. So option number 3 all of the above. ABCD was the correct answer. Next, question number 8. Which of the following are the types or subtypes of long term memory? ठीक है, declarative memory, procedural memory, and episodic memory, and semantic memory. So all of the above was the correct answer. ABCD. ठीक है, option number 4. Next, question number 9. Which of the following true about the MDG? ठीक है, Millennium Development Goals. MDG. A, Millennium Goal was there 8 goals. ठीक है, and targets are 21 targets are there. ठीक है, and MDG were achieved by the year 2015. So A and C was the correct answer. ठीक है, option number 2. Question number 10. Which of the following not characteristics of the adolescent learner? ठीक है, option number 4 A and B was the correct answer. They have uniformity in their physical development and they have stable self concept. So option number 4 was the correct answer. ठीक है. Next, question number 11. Which of the following are the national coordinators for the production of the best content in Swayamprabha? Option number 2 B, C, D, E was the correct answer. AICTE, IGNU, UGC and CEC. So option number 2 was the correct answer. ठीक है. Next, क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 में ऐसा फॉलोइंग दिया हुआ है. ठीक है, प्लेसमेंट लेवल इवैल्यूएशन होगा A3. ठीक है, टू नो द एंट्री बिहेवियर एंड फॉर्मेटिव इवैल्यूएशन B1 होगा, ठीक है। टू मॉनिटर द लर्निंग प्रोसेस स्टूडेंट ड्यूरिंग द कोर्स ऑफ इंस्ट्रक्शन एंड समेटिव C4 होगा। Summative evaluation to clarify the student at the end of the course or the academic year or the programs, ठीक है। Diagnostic evaluation to know the underlying the cause and the weakness in the students learning, D2. So option number 4 was the correct answer. Next question number 13, which are the following not example of the positive teacher student relationship? A, D, E was the correct answer. A teacher who punishes a student for asking the questions, and a teacher who humiliates his or her teacher, and a teacher who not the need and the concern his or her student. So this is the not example for the positive student relationship, ठीक है। Option number 2 was the correct answer. Question number 14, at which stage of the cognitive development adolescent can think, reason and analysis beyond the realm of concrete experience? Option number 2, formal operational stage was the correct answer. Next, question number 15, which of the following are the not characteristics of conventional learning? Option number 3 was the correct answer. A, C, D. Emphasize on the self-directed learning or independent study, and no fixed curriculum, and learner oriented. This is not characteristics of the conventional learning, ठीक है। Others are the conventional learning's character, ठीक है। So option number 3 was the correct answer. Next, question number 16, in academic writing the abbreviation FN dot is used to represent. Option number 2 footnotes was the correct answer. Next, question number 17, identify the characteristics open-ended questions in survey research, ठीक है। Option number 2 B and C was the correct answer. They useful for exploring the new ideas, and they are time consuming for interviewers to administer. So option number 2 was the correct answer, B and C. Next, question number 18, a student t-test would be useful in. Option number 3 was the correct answer, A, C, D. A testing the significance differences of two sample means, and testing the significance of correlational effect, and testing the significance of the regression coefficient. So option number 3 was the correct answer, ठीक है, क्वेश्चन नंबर 18 का। नेक्स्ट, क्वेश्चन नंबर 19, आइडेंटिफाई द टाइप्स ऑफ द लॉन्गिट्यूडिनल स्टडीज फ्रॉम द फॉलोइंग, ट्रेंड एनालिसिस और ट्रेंड स्टडीज, panel studies and prospective studies was the correct answer, A, C, D. So option number 4 was the correct answer. They are the longitudinal studies example, ठीक है। तो let's start. Next question, question number 20, identify the advantage of the close-ended questions in survey research, ठीक है। Option number 2 was the correct answer, B and C. It is easy to process their answers, and they reduce the possibility and variability in the recording of the answer. So option number 2 was the correct answer, B and C. Next, question number 21, identify the similarities between the qualitative and quantitative research, ठीक है। Both are concerned with the data reduction, and both are concerned with the variation in data, and both are concerned with answering the research question. So option number 4, A, B and E was the correct answer, ठीक है। So option number 4 was the correct answer. Next, question number 22, as per the UGC regulation 2018, the plagiarism faculty member will invite the penalty of deny 1 annual increment in the submission of the research publication he or she committed plagiarism of levels dash levels, ठीक है। Option number 2 was the correct answer. लेवल 2 वाज द करेक्ट आंसर। ठीक है, यहाँ पर आप लोग डिटेल्स में देख सकते हैं। लेवल 0 माइनर अप टू 10%, नो पेनल्टी आर देयर। ठीक है, एंड लेवल 1 मॉडरेट similarities 10 to 40%, and level 3 major similarities above 40%। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 23, इसका करेक्ट आंसर है ऑप्शन नंबर 4। नेक्स्ट यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में सॉल्यूशन देख सकते हैं आप लोग। क्वेश्चन नंबर 24, आइडेंटिफाई द मेजर ऑफ डिस्पर्शन। ऑप्शन नंबर 3 was the correct answer, A, B and D। range, quartile deviations and standard deviation। So option number 3 was the correct answer, A, B and D। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 25, which of the following are the characteristics of good taste। ठीक है, A, B, C, D, E was the correct answer। objectivity, validity, comprehensiveness, diagnosticity and practicability। ठीक है, practicability। So option number 2 was the correct answer, all of the above। ठीक है, next question number 26, a researcher gives the following option to respond while asking a question during the survey, identify the options suffers from ambiguity। option number 1 was the correct answer, A, B, C, very often, quite often and not very often। so A, B and C was the correct answer, option number 1। next question number 27, identify the sampling issue that are problematic in online survey। option number 4 was the correct answer, C and D। a household may have one computer but several users, and internet users are biased sample of the population। so option number 4 was the correct answer, C and D। ठीक है, नेक्स्ट मैं सब फॉलोइंग दिया हुआ है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 28, बेसिक रिसर्च, ये 4 होगा। ठीक है, स्टडी और द रिसर्च दैट टेस्ट आर और एक्सपेंड द थ्योरी। ठीक है, कोरिलेशनल रिसर्च B1 investigates the mean to discover whether the various convey, and case study C2 in-depth study of a single or a few individuals to see how the changes affect the person's behavior। longitudinal study D3, a group of the participants is observed and measured over time। so option number 2 was the correct answer। next question number 29, which of the following section of a research report is not considered checking the equivalence of the detecting the plagiarism। option number 2, B and E was the correct answer, all homogeneous word and rules and bibliography। so option number 2 was the correct answer, only B and E। next question number 30, the main preoccupations of quantitative research are। option number 4, measurement, causality, generalizability and replicability। ठीक है, so all of the above was the correct answer, option number 4, ABCD। ठीक है, next question number 31, which of the following are the order of the significance in communication। option number 1 was the correct answer, A, B, C, denotation, connotations and myth। so option number A was the correct answer, A, B and C। यहाँ पर डिटेल्स में आप लोग देख सकते हैं solution। next question number 32, the process by which message is transmitted via some form of the medium is identified as। option number 3, mediated was the correct answer। gas communication, option number 3, mediated communication was the correct answer। Next, question number 33. Which of the following are the example of the explicit meta communication? C, D, and E was the correct answer. Apologies, excuses, and explanations. So option number 3 was the correct answer. Next, question number 34. Which of the following are identified as non-verbal practice of communication? Option number 3, C, D, E was the correct answer. Posture, gait, and dress. Next, question number 35. Which of the following social emotion displayed during interpersonal communication? Option number 4, A, B, C, D, E was the correct answer. Embarrassment, guilt, shame, pride, and jealousy. So all of the above was the correct answer. ठीक है. Option number 4. क्वेश्चन नंबर 36 फर्स्ट में आएगा मैच द फॉलोइंग दिया हुआ है ऑनलाइन टीचिंग टूल्स एंड एडवांटेज ऑफ द स्टूडेंट ये 3 होगा ये 3 accessing the course material and assignment anytime anywhere and video conferences B4 participating in live online classes session and discussion from remote location area also and discussion forum C1 collaborating with the peer sharing ideas and perspectives and online assessment platform D2 receiving the instant feedback on quiz and assessment tracking process and performance. Option number 3 was the correct answer. Next, question number 37. Shannon and Weaver model of communication. Which of the following are the characteristics? Option number 1, ABC was the correct answer. Linear. It is linear and it focuses on the transmission of information and it is concerned with the reproduction of message from one point to another. So option number 1, ABC was the correct answer. Next, question number 38. Types of meta communications and description examples. ठीक है. फर्स्ट में आएगा explicit A2 comments on the others communications behavior and implicit B3 sarcastic remarks and verbal C4 comments about the non-verbal behavior and non-verbal D1 and aggregation gestures modified with a smile. So option number 2 was the correct answer. ठीक है. Next, question number 39. Which of the following belong to the field of the proxemics communication? B, C, D was the correct answer. Crowding, territoriality, and personal space. So option number 2 was the correct answer. B, C, D. Next, question number 40. Which of the following are the true causes of the meta communication? Option number 2 was the correct answer. B, C, D. It is not always intentional and it often plays simultaneously and it can modify itself. So B, C, D. Option number 2 was the correct answer. Next, question number 41. The Western communication concept is characterized by unidirectionally transfer of meaning and message centeredness. So option number 4, B, C, D was the correct answer. ठीक है. Next, question number 42. Which of the following are identified as a role of the non-verbal communication in the relation to the verbal communication? A, C, D, E was the correct answer. Accentuation, reputation, substitution and contradiction. So option number 3 was the correct answer. ठीक है. A, C, D, E. Next, question number 43. Which of the following physical environmental factor affected the communicator's behavior during interaction? Option number 2 was the correct answer. 3 was the correct answer, CDE. ठीक है, temperature, lighting condition and loud noise. So option number 3 CDE was the correct answer. Next question number 44. Buddhists use the communication primarily illustrate the which of the following phenomena? Impermanence, human suffering and non-self. So option number 2 was the correct answer. Next question number 45. Which of the following contextual factors determine the meaning of the communication behavior? Physical location, participants and preceding events was the correct answer. Option number 1 ABC was the correct answer. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन नंबर 46 में ऐसा फॉलोइंग दिया हुआ है वाटर कैटेगरी एंड पीएच वैल्यू. ठीक है, नॉर्मल वाटर A4 7, नॉर्मल वाटर 7 pH वैल्यू एंड रेन वाटर B3 5 to 6 and acid rain water 5. ठीक है, एंड ओशियन वाटर 7. ठीक है, so option number 2 was the correct answer. Next question number 47. Which of the following gases are include the Kyoto protocol under the Kyoto protocol? Which of the following gases? A, B and D was the correct answer. Carbon dioxide, methane and nitrous oxides. So option number 1 was the correct answer, A, B and D. ठीक है. Next question number 48. Which of the following correct ascending order of the global temperature granted GWP of the following gases? Option number 4 was the correct answer, B, C, A, D. ठीक है, फर्स्ट में आएगा कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, उसके बाद आएगा मीथेन, उसके बाद आएगा नाइट्रस ऑक्साइड, उसके बाद आएगा क्लोरोफ्लोरोकार्बन. So option number 4 was the correct answer. Next question number 49. Which of the following statement are true about the hardness in water? It is caused by the ion of the calcium and magnesium, and this statement was correct. And it is two types of the temporary and permanent, it is also correct. And hardness causes the scalable in the hot water pipes system. So A, B and D was correct answer, option number 2. ठीक है. Next question number 50. Which of the following pollution is responsible for causing the blue baby syndrome? Option number 3 nitrate was the correct answer. तो डन. इस तरह के वीडियो पाने के लिए प्लीज सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल एंड थैंक्स फॉर वाचिंग एंड शेयर माय वीडियो.